Gentlemen, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are listening to my channel today. Today I am doing a grade 7 agriculture lesson that is in the Kenya CBE program. And in our grade 7 today, I am dealing with a lesson known as growing trees. So growing trees, I am actually preparing for the lesson so that I can be able to teach. So growing trees, so the most important thing is tree growing. So I am making the notes as well as tree growing. So the first question, what is tree growing? Is planting and caring of trees until they mature. So that's the most important question, because the learners will expect now to know what is tree growing. The next things, we have importance of trees. So trees have importance. Trees have importance on several things. They have importance on humans. They also have importance on animals, and they also have importance on the environment. So those are three things that derive an advantage from trees. So from there, importance of trees in conserving the environments. So trees importance in conserving the environment. So we have said trees have importance on a number of factors. And what are the importance of trees in conserving the environment? That is our surrounding. Number one, they cool the environment. Cool environment. So the trees are very important when they cool the environment. When you go to Runda area and Huruma area in Nairobi, Runda has so many trees, and that environment is extremely cool. They retain water in the soil. Retain water in the soil. That's the role of trees. Where there are lots of trees, there is a lot of water. They hold the soil. In most cases where trees are several, the soil remain intact. The next importance in the environment is releasing oxygen. Releasing oxygen is the other role of trees. Releasing oxygen. Trees provide oxygen that's much needed in the environment. They also absorb carbon dioxide, absorb carbon dioxide from the environment. The carbon dioxide come from industries, come from plants, come from other animals. The last important of trees in the environment is they make the environment beautiful. So simply beautifying the environment. So beautifying the environment is the other role of trees. So those are the very critical importance of trees in the environment. We have said the trees are so important to the environment that they have those importance. So they have an importance to human being, to animals, and to the environment. And I've taken the environment as one of it, so that we can be able to discuss as environment, how do they conserve the environment. So trees help in conserving by cleaning the air. They absorb the CO2, prevent soil erosion, soil irritation, regulating climate, beautifying the spaces, and supporting biodiversity. Another one is support biodiversity. Support biodiversity. In this sense, we mean that because of trees, unique species of animals exist. Unique trees exist. So because they give food for the animal, and that's become part of biodiversity. Other benefits of trees. Now that we have looked at the environment, we can look at other benefits of trees, because at this end we have just looked at trees as environment. So other importance of trees that will cut across now the rest of the factors. Number one, they provide timber, that is to human. Provide timber, stroke poles. They can be able to provide timbers or poles. Number two, they provide firewood. That is now to human being. The three, they provide shade to both human and animal, shade provision. They are also food for livestock, food for animals. Nearly all animals derive food from trees. They are also increase soil fertility, increase soil fertility. When tree break off the leaves, break off the branches, they rot. They conserve soil. That is already done. They conserve soil. The last one is conserve water. Conserve water. So those are the critical benefits of trees. So those are what we call other benefits. So far we have now been able to look at the trees. What are the importance of trees in conserving the environment? But we say the trees have a number of areas in which they can be able to conserve. Armed with that information, I can now be able to inform to you, explain to you briefly how trees' importance. For example, cleaning air. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. Prevent soil erosion. Trees hold roots, hold the soil together, prevent it from being washed away by rain or by blown by wind. Water retention. Trees help water soak into the ground, reducing surface runoff. Regulating climate. Trees cool the air and store carbon dioxide, helping to combat climate change. Beautifying the spaces. Trees make the environment look beautiful and appealing. Supported biodiversity. Trees provide homes and food for many animals, birds, and insects. So those are the explanatory part of the discussion that can be asked. So as a student, so activity, briefly explain how trees, one, clean air allow you, prevent soil erosion. There will be another question for the learners. Water retention, retain water. Retain water. That is another important. Regulate climate. And lastly, not lastly, but beautify the environment. Beautify environment. So those are explanatory question. And the last one, support biodiversity. Support biodiversity. I am making this note as well as I am teaching. So in cleaning air, I stated it said, the clean air absorb CO2 and release oxygen. So expect the student to have that one clear in their fingertips. Number 2, prevent soil erosion. Roots hold soil together. Preventing loss by water, wind, and animals. So let me end a lesson from there, and then I can be able to pick my lesson again.